The lack of denied, withdrawn, and I'll throw incomplete out there as well, applications, okay, when it comes to commercial loans. In other words, the paperwork looks like everybody gets the loan if they apply, which certainly isn't the case. Okay, it should be a red flag for you. And you go, we've got a clean house. Number one, we've got an adverse action notice issue, but the root cause lies with what we're talking about today, and that is we're not probably documenting applications early enough in the process. And what we're probably doing is, well, and I don't want to get the cart before the horse, but when we get to page 8, okay, there's another definition of application in Reg B that we're probably falling on rather than the one we're talking about here on page number 6. Remember, page 6, very broad definition, oral or written request for credit. I'm interested in, I'm thinking about this. Now, I want to be careful not talking about inquiries. We'll get there in a moment. Okay, but we need to make sure we're doing a good job of identifying the date of the application, and that's that really broad definition on page 6. Why? Because it starts regulatory compliance. Go to the next page if you would. Okay, page number 7, intent to apply at the time of application. Okay, not later on, not before closing, at the time of application. Demographic information, and I'm talking about demographic information under traditional Reg B, which probably doesn't intersect so much with commercial loans, more so HMDA, the Home Mortgage Disclosure Act. Okay, and so at the time of application. The appraisal notice, not at the time of application, but within 3 days of the date of application. That's an oral or written request, and that's any application that is or will be secured by a 1 to 4 family first lien. You see, if we mess up our oral or written request for credit date, okay, there's a domino effect, right? If we don't document it when it actually happened and it's later, intent to apply doesn't happen at the time of application. We request demographic information later than what we're supposed to. We don't get the appraisal notice out within 3 days because we didn't get the application date correct right out of the gates. So it's a problem if we don't get it done up front.